The most mysterious places on Earth. Unexplained phenomena and legends. The Earth is enormous, and we only know a small portion of its vast terrain. With the aid of science and technology, we currently have knowledge of and have discovered a wide range of phenomena. However, there are still many mysteries in the world that are enigmatic and remain unsolved. Welcome to the Amazed channel. If you are deeply curious, subscribe and let's dive in. Despite all the information available to us, there are still so many unexplored regions waiting to be discovered. The greatest historians and scientists are constantly uncovering new information from these locations. The Pyramids of Giza in Egypt, Area 51 in the US, Stonehenge in England, Lonar Lake in India, and similar locales are among the places of wonder and mystery that have grabbed our attention recently. Nazca Lines. A collection of historic geoglyphs known as the Nazca Lines can be seen in southern Peru's Nazca Desert. The massive and intricate patterns in the Nazca Desert were created by removing the reddish-brown iron oxide-coated stones that typically cover the surface, thus revealing the lighter-colored dirt beneath. Between 500 BCE and 500 CE, the lines were drawn, and they now occupy an area of around 450 square kilometers. Animals, birds, fish, plants, and geometric shapes are among the many shapes used in the designs. Only from the air can the size of the greatest figures, which can reach 1,200 feet, 370 meters, in length, be properly comprehended. Although there are various possibilities, the aim of these designs is yet unknown. According to one explanation, the lines were employed for astronomical calculations since some of the patterns correspond to the positions of the planets and stars. Given that many of the patterns are connected to historic religious places, another explanation proposes that the lines were a component of a ceremonial or religious exercise. There are other suggestions that the lines served as a map of subsurface water sources or were utilized for irrigation. The Nazca Lines preservation, which has lasted over 1,000 years despite the severe desert environment, is also a mystery. One hypothesis holds that the lines have been preserved because of the dry climate and the absence of wind and rain. There are worries that contemporary development and climate change could endanger the survival of these antiquated designs. Eternal Flame Falls in the USA. Western New York, in the United States, is home to the unusual and enigmatic Eternal Flame Falls. There is a small waterfall nearby that has a flame that is always burning, even in the wintertime when the surrounding area is covered in snow. This unusual phenomenon of a natural flame has baffled both visitors and scientists. Natural gas seeping from a tiny fissure beneath the falls igniting the flame. Although the gas has been burning for thousands of years, it wasn't until 1827 that a local farmer found it. The flame, which is about 8 inches high, may be seen at the base of the falls through a tiny crack in the rocks. The flame supposedly dims and flickers occasionally but always rekindles. The Eternal Flame Falls are accessible only after a brief stroll through a forested trail. About 30 feet high, the falls themselves cascade down a steep incline. The flame can be viewed at the bottom of the falls in a small grotto accessible along the route. The flame is helped to stay contained and shielded from wind and rain by the grotto's limestone walls. Hikers, nature lovers, and anybody interested in the mystique of a natural flame that never goes out, frequently travel to the Eternal Flame Falls. Visitors are cautioned to respect the environment and not try to put out the flame or disturb the nearby wildlife. Blood Falls in Antarctica. A bizarre and mesmerizing sight can be seen deep within the Antarctic, the world's coldest continent. A blood-red river that cuts through the immaculate white ice. Since it was originally found in 1911, this mysterious stream, also known as the Blood Falls, has piqued the interest of scientists and adventurers. The Blood Falls are the result of a rare confluence of causes. An underground saltwater lake that has been cut off from the outside world for millions of years is where the falls get their name. The lake's water is blood red in hue and penetrates through the ice before flowing into the Taylor Glacier due to the lake's high iron level, low oxygen content, and high salinity. A startling illustration of the complexity and beauty of the natural world is the Blood Falls. The lake has managed to support life despite being cut off from the rest of the world because of microbes that have developed to live in these harsh environments. To learn more about how life can coexist in the most hostile settings on Earth, scientists have investigated these bacteria. Important hints concerning the past of the Earth's climate can also be found at the Blood Falls. The lake's water is thought to be up to 2 million years old, making it an important source of knowledge regarding historical climatic changes and the development of the polar areas. In order to better understand the past climate and how it has evolved through time, scientists are analyzing the water's chemistry. Adventurers and tourists drawn to the lonely and surreal splendor of the Antarctic frequently travel to the Blood Falls. Door to Hell in Turkmenistan. In the desert of Turkmenistan, a group of Soviet engineers were digging for oil in 1971 when they unintentionally struck a natural gas pocket. A huge hole that was more than 200 feet wide and 70 feet deep was made as the ground underneath them crumbled. The engineers decided to set the gas on fire in order to burn it out since they were concerned that it would be poisonous and damaging to people. But what they anticipated would be a temporary fix became a multi-decade circus. The fire raged on for years as the natural gas that was burning underground showed no indications of ceasing to burn. Locals started referring to the crater as the Door to Hell, and it swiftly gained popularity as a tourist destination. The Darvaza gas crater, as it is formally referred to, is still burning today. The crater has evolved into a singular and strange site in the middle of the desert, and the flames can be seen for kilometers around. It is a well-liked location for photographers and adventure seekers due to the tremendous heat and vivid flames. Despite how well-known the Door to Hell is, it's crucial to keep in mind that it's also a risky and erratic location. There is a possibility of falling into the crater due to the unstable ground surrounding it. Visitors are urged to stay upwind of the crater and to wear protective gear because the fumes from the burning gas can be dangerous to humans. The Darvaza gas crater serves as a reminder of the unexpected effects of human behavior as well as a monument to its strength and unpredictable nature. Although it is a unique and unsettling sight that piques curiosity and astonishment, it also serves as a warning about the potential risks associated with industrial exploration and development. Crooked Forest in Poland. There is a mystical woodland in Poland where the trees seem to be dancing. About 400 irregularly shaped pine trees with a pronounced bend at the base of their trunks can be seen in the Crooked Forest, which is close to the town of Gryfino. The trees were planted in the 1930s, and ever since, both scientists and visitors have been baffled by their peculiar shapes. According to some beliefs, people may have purposefully sculpted the trees for a particular use, such as the construction of ships or furnishings. Some people think that the tree's unusual growth was caused by snowfall or some natural occurrence. The real reason for the unusual trees in the Crooked Forest is still unknown despite the many explanations. It is also unknown why just these specific trees experienced the problem, although other nearby trees developed straight trunks and tall branches. The Crooked Forest has grown to be a well-liked travel and photography destination despite its mystique. Visitors are frequently struck by the eerie and whimsical ambience of the forest, which is created by the strange shapes of the trees. Our world's wonders never cease to astound us. These enigmas, which range from dancing trees to blood-red streams and eternal flames to the gates to hell, continue to catch our attention and motivate us to delve into the uncharted. Who can say what further mysteries and marvels our planet may harbor? The biggest puzzle of all might be what is just out of our sight and waiting to be discovered by those who have the courage to go into the unknown. Will we find out the secrets, or will the secrets lead us to mysteries we are not meant to find out? Hope you enjoyed the video. Follow for more.